Hey, oh, welcome to Kratos BI. My name's Chris Wagner, and today we're going to be talking about how you can leverage favorites in Microsoft Fabric along with OneLake Data Catalog to optimize and speed up your development, your usage, finding stuff, making just all of this stuff more accessible to you. We're also going to highlight some things that are missing inside of the experience that, hey, you know anyone at Microsoft? It'd be great if some of this stuff got, fixed or like added. I don't know. Maybe it's not broke, but we'll dive into that. Okay, so thanks so much. Do the whole YouTube thing, like, subscribe, leave a comment. All of that stuff really helps me out, and I appreciate when you do it. And if you want early access to this stuff and you want to catch recordings of me building this out so you can see the builds of the stuff for as little as $5 a month, you can become a member and you can actually see all this stuff. Okay, so here we are. We're live. I'm doing a recording right now. We're going to be we want to favorite information so it's easier for us to find. As you can kind of see, one experience is here. Reports show up in your favorites and frequent section here, and that's really pretty cool. You can go in and reports are accessible, and you can actually favorite them a number of different ways. Like if I go into my org apps live, I could favorite that app, or I could favorite my reports app, or I could go into my actual reports app and I could leverage a little toggle, or any place you see the scar, you could do this, right? Like I could say that this dark mode report is one of my favorites. So can make sure that I favorite that. I could go over to my BS line here, which I like. Oh, it's already favorited, so don't got to worry about that. How about my data visualization guide? Did I favorite that one? Let's see here. I did. Yay. So a lot of my favorite reports are all visible here. So that's awesome. But that's just one aspect in Fabric. There's all sorts of data, things that you could be doing in here. Maybe you're more than just a report creator. Maybe you're a data engineer, a data scientist, and you just work in data. You want a better way to find this stuff. I'm going to head over to my OneLake catalog, and in here, I'm going to see I've got access to here's everything that I have that's a data type, right? Now, a note is you can actually go through and you can filter between all types on processes or solutions or configurations, right? You can go in and look at all of those, all right? The nice thing is I can go through, and not everything. Like I can't favorite semantic models. Like, hey, Microsoft, get on that. Why can't I favorite a semantic model? That's silly. Fix that. That should be there. But like here, for example, let me zoom in so you can see this, right? So my AdventureWorks Lake House, I use this all the time, right? And I don't know why my boxes are now orange, but hey, my boxes are now orange, right? Oops, not Control Shift. There we go. Control Shift is the arrow, right? I use this one all the time, and I've got a star here, so I'm going to hit star on it, right? I also use my SMB Lake House, and this is my Kratos BI Databricks Unity catalog sync that I've got in place, and I've got a SQL database that I use all the time. So I've got those featured there. So I'm going to go and hit the start on the O's items. And the reason I do that is it makes it super easy, because now I just click on this little favorites button over here on the side in the catalog, and I see all of my favorite stuff. It just filters it down to what I'm using most often, right? I can also look at what's endorsed, right? These are a good place for me to be favoriting, and I've got a couple things in here that I should be using on a regular basis here because it's my endorsed stuff. But it's great because I can go through and I can actually favorite those items. Now, I would highly recommend you kind of take a little time, by like scrolling through all of these different types of data sets or data types that are here, and going through and highlighting the things that are most important for you, or the things that you would be using on a regular basis, right? So that when you do go to favorites, you've got stuff in here that has been favorited for you. So it's easy for you to navigate that, right? So let's go back to my processes. My insights, I've got a lot in. I don't think I've favorited any processes, right? So I'm going to favor this mirror, right? Make sure that's in there. I want to favor these notebooks. I use those on a very regular regular basis, right? And let's see. Oh, and this copy job I want to favorite, right? So now on my processes, I've got this in place, and I can kind of just simply go through all of these different settings if I'm using them, right? Don't do anything if you're not using it. But if you're using these components, this is going to make it super easy for you to go to any one of these things and like just start to work with it, right? And it doesn't matter how many workspaces you're in or what you got going on. You could just go to that information and it's now available for you. And look how easy it is to put this stuff together, how easy to favorite it is or unfavorite. If you're suddenly not using something for a while, unfavorite, then you're good to go. All right. I hope this makes sense. Now, favoriting is a pretty easy piece of functionality for you to put in place, but it really helps me optimize my workloads, especially I'm on lots of projects and actually at lots of clients. So I'm going all over the place. Finding the things I'm working on can be kind of hard when I'm doing context switching all the time, right? This helps make that a lot easier for me. And it doesn't matter if you're in lots of clients or lots of projects, or you just got lots of things and you're trying to find what you're working with most recently or just working with in general. Favorites really, really help you out. You got questions, you got comments, you got feedback on this stuff, leave that stuff down below. And as I said, if you become a member for as little as $5 a month, you can get early access to this stuff. Who knows? Maybe you'd find that useful. Maybe you would like it. I don't know. Come join, give her a shot. It'd help me out. Support the channel. You have the absolute best day ever. Peace. All right, and I get it. Like, this is a lot of work. There's a lot of stuff going on. If you need help, click on or go over to bakertilly.com/digital, click on the need information, myself or colleague or someone will reach out to you. Make sure you tell them I sent you, but we'll help you out. But if you think you can do it, and I know you can, here's a video for you to check that out and give that a try. All right, you have the best day ever.